5 minutes. That thing is to go on for 5 minutes. That's our cutoff point. Welcome back to Wasted Wednesday here on the Low Energy Videos Network. Low energy videos all the time. Even the times you don't want me here, I am here. And the times you do want me here, that's when I'm taking a breather. Because I deserve some me time. It's not all about you. My God, what are you doing with that gun? Put it down. Think of the children. They're watching. What do you mean it's their idea? Oh my God, is that what that will is for? Welcome back to Low Energy Video. I don't know what the fuck that was. Yeah, so I am here. It is the year of our Lord, 2077. Um, Johnny Silverhand has destroyed, I was going to say Nakatomi Tower, but no, that's not how that works. Yeah, it's Wasted Wednesday, normally my funnest day of the year. But alas, I have a little dram of wine left here, and one more bottle of wine, and that's it. That's entirely on my fault. Right, I'll explain the situation for those of you in the back. I have been currently battling with, I was going to say with alcoholism, but no, I gave up on that. No, I'm a collaborator at this point. I'm Vichy France to alcoholism. Instead, I went and came back from the shop. I had about 3 hours before I was planning to go live. And my roommate Chris came in and we watched a bunch of old 80s stuff and I decided, fuck it, I'm going to break open the wine and start enjoying myself. Then he went away and then my friend Elf King, Ashley, she showed up and was like, hey, I want to hang out with you when you do Wasted Wednesday. I'm like, brilliant, when? 10 o'clock. Now those of you who can do math knows that's still 45 minutes away by my standards. I was planning to do with this around about 6. Instead, I'm doing it now about 9 something. So instead of being woo drunk, I'm more, how to put this, buzzed. Healthy? Yes. Annoying that I had hours to go out to the shop and pick up more wine. More so. So it's going to be less of a wasted and more of a Wednesday. It's more going to be of a winding down Wednesday. Because boy howdy did I have a shit wasted Wednesday. I blame society and the lack of, let's go with, religion? Nah, it's too obvious. The lack of atheism in our schools today really made today a real hard one for me. I am the greatest victim of all time. After all, I am a straight white male. So, up here in the corner we have our goal. It's time to shill. Right from me being a victim to right from being a shill. Bearded Boozathon. We are aiming for 60. Any money you give me tonight will add towards Krendar's link as well. My goal is to get 60. If we do that, then Krandar and I will pick some high-end shelf booze, not just regular crap, but some decent stuff. And we will proceed to consume drink on stream while watching something that would appeal to our drunken nature. I don't know what. Probably I don't know what. Let's see. Beyond that, we have Streamlabs down there at the bottom, which ties into the thing I just said. Down there at the bottom, though, not only will you find a fine anus, the finest of all, and a buttocks flanking it proudly like centaurians. Or paladins, I guess, if you want to get all Christian about it. The point is, if you go down there, you'll find a link to our Discord and our Twitter. Speaking of, as you've seen, our icon has changed down the bottom left-hand corner. It is now far more streamlined. I am very happy with myself. I did that. It's still crap. But that suits low energy videos just fine. After all, if you notice real closely, you've got bubbles going across the low energy brand down there at the bottom. Today is going to be a bit different than most Wasted Wednesdays. Not just because A, I'm not really going to get wasted, but B, I'm going to have a guest on in about half an hour, give or take. Hold on. Something I need to do for a long time now. There we go. Oh, I feel so much better. Oh, God. Right, so there was a guy on Discord for years. In fact, yeah, I think he was the Dutch kid I always talk about. He just... never... No. This one's all just me. I don't need to get into too much details. I was just tired of him. I was sick of him. I was tired and sick of him, and I just blocked him, and it was great. Get that knife twisted in nice and deep. Anyway, so, as I was saying, in about half an hour, Elf King will join us. Until then, it's been a rough day for me, and I really wish I'd bought more fucking wine. That's gonna drive me crazy. I don't like to ration this shit when it's fucking Wednesday, and it's not because I don't have the money. It's just, I never bothered to get off my arse and pop out. It's cold, it's raining. That's the first thing. I had to spend all day out in the rain. I did not approve that. I wanted to spend that time doing productive things like shooting raindrops, putting raindrops in concentration camps, and then claiming it was a hoax set up by a cabal of raindrop groups. I wanted to drop nuclear bombs on the raindrops' holy sites. Yeah, it's true. What can I say? I'm raindrop phobic. It was raining, and I wasn't cool with that. That's nothing unusual. It's Ireland. But what I really didn't like was just the sheer fucking shit that I've had to deal with today. For starters, I rushed out of the apartment without the means of picking up any money. That was stupid on my part. But then, as I was leaving the bus driver pulled up, gave me a honk, And I was staring at him like, well, what's going on? Like I was on the pathway, and he wheels it down, and he handed me my wallet. There's one. My roommate Chris gave me enough money to buy my shopping. There's two. I'm not owing people anything, even if it didn't make much in the way of a difference. I give money to the store, I give money to him. And then finally, as I was packing things up, I should be able to show this. Let me bring it up. As I was packing shit up, yeah. This was in the store, dropped it. Oh my fucking Christ. I am so annoyed at myself looking at that wine. Fell right on me. And you know what? The woman at the till looked at me and said, "What happened?" "I don't know. I discovered cold fusion." Lady, I fucking dropped a bottle of wine. I was like, oh God, I just dropped a bottle of wine. Big love to her. She said, look, just go back and pick up another one. You don't have to pay it. You don't have to worry. But picking up my stuff was a real hassle, so I didn't even get to see how much I spent, which wasn't too bad. I had to, oh, my razor cut out. That's another one. My fucking razor cut out. Yeah. Do you want to see a hack job? You want to see something? Hey, kid. You want to see something scary? A federal government in a post-apocalyptic setting set on the West Coast. But also... Yep. My razor cut out halfway through it. Look at this shit. Look at it. Oh, baby. Oh. Horrible. Anyway. I got a new razor. That cost more money. I was thinking of just going to the barbers once a month, but Jesus Christ, it costs more money than it'd be worth. This new one is going to require some charging. I haven't even taken it out of its box yet. I can't be arsed. I can't be royally arsed. That's 100% of the truth. Hasn't been all bad. Hasn't been all bad. Been experimenting with food. I discover I have a thing for beans. You like beans? Kid. Hey, kid. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Alright, this is definitely something I gotta show. Bloop, bloop. Okay, hold on. Gotta make it work first. Alright, well, I guess get rid of you then. Remove. Boom. There. Oh, no, it's dead. Yeah, it is. By the way, the music I was playing at the start of this was, there we go. Was Black Beans, which I'm guarantee you somewhere is the name of a band. It was Two Guns' one. Anathema. particularly, I think it was 5. I think that's where it was at. No, wait. I tried these black beans and yes, black beans, just regular old-fashioned black beans. Common beans, especially popular in Latin America. So I tried them for the first time today, and they weren't without their charm. I like them. I like the texture of them. It was good. Can't say no. So I now can add that to the list of healthy foods I can eat. When you went, you remind me of Orsu. Oh God, we have to watch that. I don't know, if you want this script to work, I don't know, I'd go down on you or something. Oh, by the way, Bill, I blocked someone. I will give a little nudge and a wink if they pop up in the chat. I'm fucking sick of them. I'm sick of them. Been sick of them for years. Fucking obnoxious, pointless. If they pop up, just smack them away. Let them watch from a distance where I don't need to know about them. Fucking kids. But yeah, let's bring up that Orson Welles clip. Orson Welles champagne commercials. Food for the food god. Oh, let's bring him up. Let's show the chat. Let's show the chat. Let's show the world the glory that was Orson Welles. But yeah, I can't say no now to black beans. Can't say I love them. Can't say I hate them. I've got about another like 5 tins of different types in there, of all different types of beans. It's going to be a very bean. This week's going to be very bean heavy. Anyway, original takes from Orson Welles wine commercials.
Turn camera.
Marked.
102, take 1. With overlap, action please.
Look at his face.
Action Orson, please.
Just do anything?
No, sorry, cut. Yeah, rolling. 102, take 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before we continue, I want to set it that it doesn't overlap everything. Might help. Might help a tad. Might help a little bit. Oh, we're almost there. Oh, but now background has to go. Yes! Aha! You fool! You've fallen into the trap I've set for you. Orson Welles is fat, but he is not that fat. Haha! Actually, he's nothing right now because he's dead. I imagine Orson Welles is not even... I think Orson Welles would be a skeleton right now, but that's about it. If he wasn't cremated. Somebody tells me he was cremated.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul Masson.
He was so wasted when he took this. He did not give a fuck.
Champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul Masson.
Oh no! Give us more. Give us more.
I like to cast a party the way I cast a play with very special people, and the champagne must be equally special. Paul Masson, a premium California champagne of impeccable taste. Paul Masson wines taste so good because they're made with such care. Old Paul Masson himself said it nearly a century ago. We will sell no wine before it's time.
Right, so, there is something I want to break down about this. In Pinky and the Brain, the kind of spin-off of Animaniacs, Brain is heavily inspired, in terms of how he speaks, by Orson Welles. There is a scene where they break the fourth wall, where the entire cast and crew of the show, animated, convince Brain to say a couple of lines related to... I don't know what it is. But famously, while Orson Welles was recording this, as you saw there earlier, he has no idea what... He doesn't give a fuck what he's doing. While he's doing this, there is a recording of him that says... He's going through the script and he goes, "This is shit. This is hardly Shakespeare. If you can make this good, I don't know, I'll go down on you or something." And it's recorded him saying it. They put that in... Pinky and the Brain, where he's going through the pages of the script, and Brain goes, "This is terrible. Just trite, terrible. It's hardly Shakespeare. I don't know. If you could make this good, I don't know, I'd make cheese for you or something." No kid and like 5 adults would get that. It's still one of my favorite fucking sketches they ever did. Because for starters, it was one of the few times they ever outright reminded us of... Oh, you don't need to turn it off. Hold on. I don't need to turn it off. You put the background back on. One of the few times they ever clearly stated that Brain was inspired by Orson Welles. Another time they had a war, because of course Pinky and the Brain, the whole premise was that Brain wanted to take over the world. And he failed at it, usually because of Pinky, and because he never thought of something very important related to human stupidity. But one thing, he tried to recreate the War of the Worlds broadcast, and it just, it failed, but because he recreated it scene by scene from the one from the 30s, but at that point in the 90s, people were laughing at how ridiculous everything sounded. And then he realized he should have put it on Hollywood, made it into a massive blockbuster. Something tells me if it was aimed for a slightly older audience, he would have been like, "You know what, Pinky? I should have said that the immigrants were attacking." I mean, hell, they've had Rush Limbaugh. They parodied Rush Limbaugh before. Was it Rush Limbaugh? I don't know why it's cut there. Rush Limbaugh Animaniacs. Here's no idea what the context of this is. I don't remember. I'd have to rewatch the whole show. But obviously they were Animaniacs, heavily liberal. Rush Limbaugh, conservative, but the thing about Rush Limbaugh, he's always been able to make a joke at himself. Something few conservatives can do anymore. But Rush Limbaugh can still... Family Guy realized this. Rush Limbaugh has appeared as himself on numerous occasions in Family Guy to be the butt of jokes. He gets that it's okay to make fun of yourself sometimes.
Rush Limbaugh's on your sofa! Just kidding.
Like, a kid wouldn't know who Rush Limbaugh is unless their dad was playing him on the radio like 24 hours a day, which, could happen. Could very much happen. I don't know what it was like growing up in the 90s. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. I shall get my hands on okay, so let's spend the next few minutes finding the ye old slots for ye old elf. She said she's going to be on in about 30 minutes from now. So let's find a place to put her. While I'm doing this, enjoy more of Two Guns music. I'll send you on here. That goes the same on Discord. I'll give you the name. I blocked them on my personal DM so that they can still pop up on the Discord. Actually, hold on, I'll just tell you.
my heart to fear and grace my fears relieved. How precious.
He's so done this for 41 minutes. No, I would just outright state the Dark Master is back, or anyone else like that. Haven't heard either hair of them. Or Rot Feast, or Tragic, or any of the others, really. I like that. That's what I want to hear. You know, I'm not big into drama, so like, obviously I'm not going to relish the idea of someone to come back even if we just bonk him on the head again. But I am glad that they just didn't come back at all. Like like Krendar was always worried about that. Music is really loud, like louder than your mic. Yeah, that was the idea. Like I was busy doing other things, so I had to distract you with something, right? With something. I had to distract you with something. But now that we're back, let's boot back up YouTube and find us something to watch for the next something. Oh, I know what I want to. I know what I want to do. While we are solo, let's bring in a old friend. Cannibals in Pajamas. Yummy. Tell you what, we'll look at that after this. Yeah. Bet you wish you had those cannibals right now. Now, I could have sworn this video was shorter, so we might have to skip about a bit.
What's up, you crazy fuckers? How goes it on the YouTube channel?
It's going great there, Cobes.
Yeah. King Cobra JFS back at you, Cool Cobras, with another video response.
Yeah, I want to see who
There
you're
is a
responding
content
to.
Warning with this video I'm about to watch. It contains topics of suicide and sexual assault.
If he mentions AOC, I will not be a happy camper unless he's completely supporting her. And by the way, that doesn't mean you believe her. It means you take it seriously. You investigate. You listen.
Okay, so
She could be talking out of her
I'm gonna
ass.
word this
Something tells me AOC isn't.
carefully as I can. That way, people aren't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta be 4 steps ahead of people. So there is a YouTuber by the name of Bowie
Low Enter.
Chanel.
Oh,
I don't know.
lame. Want to be famous.
Video I'm doing a response to. I will plug it in the chat real quick before I get ready for the day.
Oh, 100%. Like, we were all expecting his place to look a lot worse now at this point than it turned out to be. But if we pause, he keeps that in shot just to remind us that he cleans. Good. But look at the walls. They're not They're not green as fuck. Look at the floor. It's not covered in shit, although that paint stain is still there. His sofa is still smooth. His chair is not ragged as fuck. We were expecting a lot worse at this point. It wouldn't have been on fire unless we really, really undersold him. But it still would have been worse. So, you know what? Good man. Gobes. Fantastic. Great. Keep that up. How long? For the rest of your fucking life. Sucks, but... Oh, that's a shame. I thought I could do this through OBS. Just hit space to continue, but you gotta... Yeah, I gotta turn it back on now. Woo! I'm up, you know.
The video. They'll be doing a video response.
Patting his head to celebrate that he cleaned his apartment. And kept it clean. That's the hard part. That's the hard part.
Let's just crack open a Mountain Dew and do the video response.
Scotty will never touch another Mountain Dew as long as he lives.
Why, YouTube? Why?
Not gonna lie, I kinda like his t-shirt. If I got down to a certain weight, I'd start wearing t-shirts that would have women on it. I've got a few that are fucking brilliant looking, but I'd have to lose about 3 stone to be even able to fit in them. Another stone after that to be able to fit in them well.
We are live on the King Cobra JFS channel. Ah!
Okay, come on, Cobes, get to your point.
What's up, you crazy Cobras? We're about to do a video response. TikTok Roma Army and the politics of equality. The politics of equality, I do declare. Politics are annoying regardless if they're political or not. But there's
Major
politics
Melon?
in almost everything.
I think he has, actually.
And this is going to touch into some racial and gender equality and...
Really?
Yeah, we're just going to tell it like it is.
Oh, do.
There's the back button.
Hit us with your truth bombs.
Army recently posted a video which featured a relative in the background saying some things, and I watched the video once. It made me feel creeped out, uncomfortable, and sad, and I was like, no. And I unsubscribed because of it.
Is this the woman that Repsion was talking about?
Other content that she does where she fights for gender equality, I like those videos.
Like, she's this young woman, very done up. She's like sitting on a sofa, but in one episode she's like insulting a cancer patient, and the other she's like asleep, and you can hear her dad shouting at her sister.
It's nice to see a female who cares about men's rights.
There's plenty of women who care about men's rights to a wrong degree.
Women want men to support their rights, but
they become like they're fucking
it doesn't work
hags, for lack of better words.
And
men get tons of support there.
You just gotta man
Tons.
up and support women's rights, regardless if they support you or not. And sure, they might call you a simp. They might say you're just trying to get laid. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them, Cobes. You know a few things about fucking, don't you? You leave them gaping when you're done with them. Fucking wide. Fit your whole head in there.
About what Roma Army went through as a woman with her piece of shit excuse of scumfuck ex, I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Let's visualize.
Wanted to find that scrawny piece of shit of her ex, and you know,
shoving a grapefruit into a soggy boot.
And me catching an assault charge and putting a piece of shit male in his place. Winning.
Very hairy grapefruit. What's he got there? Backy? Looks like Backy. Okay, so this isn't the video response I was hoping for. I know he's been in a sort of like a drama war with this woman, and I wanted to see that. So, what you got here, Mr. Cobes? Do I have to go to one of your satellite channels? I think I do. Well, there's night video, that's 25 minutes, but chilling, 23. Oh, we have to watch this. I'm on a diet, so it'll be so disgusting I won't care. Oh my, I got a message. What's up? Eh. No, that's nothing. I thought he was no longer going to smoke in his apartment. If I remember right, Cobes smokes in his apartment. By the way, 2-hour long drink review. God, he looks dead. He looks so sad there. That 5-second little thumbnail going over and over again. He looks so depressed and sad. Like he just did a drink review for 2 hours. I think he said at once he wasn't going to, and then he kind of made up some excuse. I mean, that's just how it goes. I mean, we weren't going to expect him to follow it. Anyway, this is what I want to see. The bacon egg noodle cheeseburger. It better be as disgusting as I'm hoping. And look at that face. Ladies, he's thrusting on top of you. Shirtless. Sweaty. Now that's a face. That's a face that says, no. I'm good. Thanks.
What up, YouTube? It's your sexy goth bad boy, King Cobra JFS, back
Is
at
it?
you with another video. So, we are making a burger.
Burger. Actually, I won't have enough time to watch this, which is good because I would like to eat something in the future. So here's something from Spooky Tuning for only 11 minutes. Let's watch that instead.
Shit, ladies, it's prom night.
I just noticed the massive boobs on that girl.
Boyfriend had been together for 6 months, 7, 8 months, you know, and he's been a gentleman. You're thinking about fucking him, aren't you, ladies? Oh, but fuck, you got finals coming up, and then you got the competition you're in, the sports that you're in, and you can't afford to get pregnant on prom night like every stereotypical person does. Like, you're in the back of Chad's.
I wonder if he thinks stereotypical people are real, like stereotypes. I've met real stereotypes. I've been a real stereotype. But I understand that they're a transitory experience. And they are so rare that, you know, like I don't go to Mexico and expect every single person to be a luchador, a gangbanger, a mariachi band player, a guy in a poncho and a huge ass sombrero selling oranges. I expect variety in my people. And I'm just wondering if Cobes here understands that while stereotypes are real and they're a good basis for what the do's and the do-nots, because a positive stereotype exists. A good example of that would be Asian people good at math. There must be millions of Asian people who suck at math. But if you see an Asian person, we're like, come on, Do the multiplication tables for me. Like, you're going to put them on the spot they don't deserve, you know? I'm just wondering what Cobes is... just wondering what Cobes' work. I'd actually like to see a sort of holodeck interpretation of Cobes' reality, of like what the world looks like according to King Cobra. JFS.
Camino, and that's just how it happened. Lover's Lane. You guys are 20 and in college, but Chad managed to sneak some booze. Oh, naughty him. And you're feeling adventurous. So Chad busts out the Jack Daniels. It burns like a son of a bitch, but after it goes down, you're just like, you start to feel the alcohol.
Grow your beard out, you fucking dweeb.
You and your boys are having a drink at the bar, and you see a dude who orders the house special, and it's a rum drink with like 10 to 20 different rums in it. It's colorful, fruity, it looks pretty and delicious. And you're thinking to yourself, fucking, hey, that'll get the job done. It's big enough to last like maybe 4 or 5 beers, and it'll get you white girl wasted and feeling good. You're thinking about ordering one.
People don't think like this there, Cobes. That is what other people give them after the fact, as a joke. No woman walks into a bar and goes, I want to get white girl wasted. They walk in the bar and go, I want to have a fun time. That's it. What happens afterwards might fall into certain segments. Sloppy lush, for example, which is not interestingly enough, is not a sex position. Yet, make it happen here, folks. Unlike him, we can get laid. Some of us can. No shame if you can't. Just don't become what this is.
Until one of your friends looks over at the dude who ordered it across the bar and says, what a pussy faggot, man. Real men drink beer. Yeah, what the fuck is that, dude?
I might retract what I said. This could be something that actually happened to him.
Say to yourself, you might order it next time when your friends aren't around. Dude, fuck that. Okay, if your friends want to give you shit about what drink you're drinking, fuck them. Order the damn drink. You're worried about your guys calling you a faggot or a girl or a sissy boy for drinking a girl's drink, so you don't order it. That's toxic masculinity. Even men experience toxic masculinity amongst.
Even men experience toxic masculinity. Even men. You do realize that the biggest victims of toxic masculinity is in fact men, right? Elf King is getting ready right now. So soon we will be joined by a dear, dear friend. Or a deer in the headlights, depending on how much you simps rip her apart. Actually, I've noticed a big shout out to you. I've been happy to say our Discord has been popping as of late. Been popping. It's been bopping too. You guys have been keeping yourselves all preoccupied, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it because I like the idea of me being, I plant something, I walk away, I come back, and it's taken care of itself. I don't want to have to do all the shit myself. It's nice that we have a community that actually wants to talk to each other. In fact, I apologize, I've been out of the loop for the past 2 days. I've been preoccupied, mostly with sleeping, believe it or not. Right, let's get rid of this and get back in cinema mode. Cinema mode until it's time to go live.
You know, if you're drinking an Angry Orchard, people look at you and go, that's a chick's drink, man.
Let's see what...
girl drinks.
Ooh, a la chat.
Foo-foo drinks, it's like, shut
Foo-foo
the fuck up.
drink.
If you're not buying it, why the fuck do you care? So you ordered that goddamn drink. You're like, hey,
Because we
bartender,
all
I'll have
know
whatever the
prom
fuck
night
he's having.
dumpster
That looks
babies
good.
are a
All your
common
thighs are
thing
fun. You
outside
shit
that
about
family.
it.
Like,
Like,
I've
oh,
met
this
so many people who only heard
Chazzy
of
and a
that
bitch boy drinking
as like a
fucking
meme that
rum
became
drinks.
real, like
And
a
then the
because
bartender comes
of
over
that
to you, and
skit.
you're sitting there sipping on it like
Prom
this is the
night
best goddamn
dumpster
drink you've ever had in your
baby.
life. Like if the tropics literally produced a rum drink that was so good, it was like, this is what tropical rum, you know what I'm saying? This is like straight out of a freaking geyser fountain.
Oh
Shit,
shit.
you know what I'm
Shit,
saying?
shit,
And
shit,
then,
shit, shit.
they're like,
It's showtime. It's showtime, folks. It's about fucking time. Give me a second. Yo.
Hello.
Oh my god, it worked.
Apparently so.
Well, only one way to find out. Perhaps if you turn on your camera.
I guess.
You see, kids, it's just that easy.
What's that easy?
You.
Oh, well, okay. That's true. I'm not even going to argue that. You can see my messy house right now. Look, yeah, my sewing machine is behind me.
Heard it here first, folks. A free lunch right there.
Unfortunately, it's taken, and Steve says hi.
I know he does. That's why I say hi back. And oh wow, you weren't kidding. You guys just fucking. You guys just let it go, didn't you?
It's my sewing crap. It's all over the table behind me. It's just everywhere.
I'll let the chat find this out momentarily. But they can hear you at least.
Cool.
So yeah, how are you?
I'm good. I need to pull up YouTube so I can actually like see us.
Yeah,
also,
the share doesn't work really well,
and
so it's better
I
if you
just
do.
have Discord up. So
Yeah.
hang on one second here.
Problem with Discord share is that for myself, for whatever reason, it just ends up being really, really, really choppy, and you guys don't get to see whatever I'm looking at. But I think the delay between what's on screen for me and what's on screen for everyone else, which unfortunately now will include you, is about 10 seconds. I can hear me. Hi, me.
There we go.
Bye, me. Why am I gone? I had so many things to say. Like dangling.
Oh.
And
interesting.
Swollen. Boop.
You sound like choice words for fan fiction.
Well, let me tell you about a few fan fictions. It starts with a young hedgehog called Sonic, and he discovered a bike pump.
Please, no. That's not a fandom. No. Not a fandom or a fetish that I have. Thank you.
Oh, we did see our fair share on DeviantArt back in the day, though, did we not?
God.
Did we not see some horrors?
I've seen a lot of things on DeviantArt because you could get away with pretty much anything. Oh, there goes Steve. Hi, Steve.
We saw the Steven. Yeah, he is wearing pajama pants by the looks of it. I hope he is comfy.
Yes, those are
I like your hair, by the way. It is very shiny and clean and straight.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I just realized there's a huge glare on my face from the window. I can close those blinds.
Okie doke.
It's like, wow. I'm like radiant on half of my face. Hang on.
Yeah. You kind of look like an extra one of the band members from Hanson.
Oh, thank you. I was about to say I wish I was half as pretty as the thumbnail.
At least you got to see the thumbnail. I have no fucking idea what happened with that.
I don't know, but it's still Thranduil's gorgeous face, so you're good.
Yeah, but like when you see it on when you see it on Twitter or Discord or Facebook, it's just my banner, and then when you click on it, you know, the countdown. Sure, it's Thranduil because that's the one I picked. Completely not in a rush. Just thinking of. I literally typed in Elf King in the chat, and I got him. So.
Well, I don't know if there's a lot of other elf kings that are specifically called that. He's referred to that way in The Hobbit a few times.
So
Also,
what does Rivendell Hugo Weaving's character not Hugo Weaving,
he's considered an elf king as well.
but what's his name? Forgetting it.
Elrond.
Elrond. There we are. Council of
Yeah.
Elrond. Yeah. If he's not, or was it Calimbro from the Grey Havens?
Oh, Galadriel's husband. Oh no, you're talking about Oh, hang on.
The one with the beard who can make boats.
Yeah, I just forgot his name for a second. Círdan.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's not a king, or is he just like a steward of the city or something like that, like a duke?
No, he's a king too. He just he's an interesting one because he is a king, but his foremost title is the shipwright.
Ooh. Move the
And
mic
he's
a
also-
little away from your mouth. You're getting all spiky. There you go.
Better?
Oh yeah, you were doing fine. I could hear you when you were going to fix over your blind, so that's got fine range on it.
Yeah.
So-
No, I mean it's not wireless. It's got like an 8-foot cord.
Well, that's fair enough. It sounds better than the last thing you used.
Oh yes, that microphone is terrible. The earbud one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
still
there's
a
my review for
little
that.
bit on the clicky. It's like you're overdoing. It's like you're overlapping your threshold a little bit, just a little bit.
Hang on, let me mess with my settings. 1 second.
Chat, tell me if you're picking this up too. Otherwise, it's a me thing, and if it's a me thing, I can fix that. I think fairly easily.
Hang on.
Ooh.
How's that?
Oh, that's much nicer, much softer.
For some reason, input volume was at 100%, and I did not do that, so that was a weird default thing that it did. So, wow,
Okay.
that's much better.
No, that's just we might as well get this early, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, back to elf nerd shit.
So, Círdan.
yeah.
So Círdan is an elf king, but his foremost title is Círdan the Shipwright. So that's what he's most known for. But he is the lord of that city. So, yeah.
What about Galadriel's husband? Where does he fall in? Is he just like a prince consort? Is he just like a baby daddy?
No, I think he's considered a king, but she's the actual ruler, so he's just like trophy husband.
He's the main jelly, you know.
Actually, fun fact, he is a Sindarin elf, so he's the same kind of elf as Thranduil. He is not a Noldor like Galadriel.
Yeah, she's like one of like what 2, 3 that's in Middle Earth at that point.
There's probably still a few. Okay, so the majority of them were actually just like wandering around.
I've always liked that from the lore, where they just kind of like, fuck it, I'm gonna see what's over the next mountain, and 700 years later, they find the other side of the mountain range.
Well, they're really interesting to me in the books. They're really funny because, like, at least one of the groups that they meet at one point kind of reminds me of that like hippie singing troupe from Avatar, the Secret Tunnel.
Oh yeah,
Secret Tunnel.
where they're describing
Yeah.
shit while making it worse.
Yes, the like really annoying bard group. Yeah. There's at least one group that's a lot like that, where they meet them and they just go like singing along with them for a little while and then they part ways.
Yeah, you notice they couldn't have been all that liked, because near the end they had a recap of all the people groups they met, and you never met the singing bard again, did we?
No, not really. I think so.
His wife was pregnant. I remember that.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know.
And I think another person just had like a tambourine and.
Yeah, maybe they settled down after they had their baby. Who knows?
Korra, I suppose that might be a hint of Korra. I'm in the second, I suppose, book season act, whatever the hell they call it.
Though I very much loved Avatar, I never really got into Korra as much as I hate to say that. I don't know. It just didn't really get me at the beginning like
The
it did with
1920s Republic City angle was a weird shift, in my opinion.
yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't bad. But here's the thing. I think that should have been for like a third show. The show of civilization
Yeah.
moving past even further. But it just seemed like
Yeah,
it's
like
too
a
much
big
of a
jump.
jump.
Yeah, hey, yeah.
Like,
Oh man.
I get that, like, here's something that Vosh, of all people, pointed out. If you look at the four nations, they're all in different levels of societal development. You've
Yeah.
got the Water Tribe, which are caveman and, I suppose, Venice, respectively. So Renaissance,
Yeah.
which
Sorry, I
was
just saw
all...
my cat run up the stairs behind me.
Aww, absent. Always skitty kitty, skitty kitty.
She's getting thinner. She's on a diet.
No, I said skitty as in skittish.
Oh, no, she is getting thinner though.
Oh, damn. That's
Yeah,
rare.
we
I
have
never thought her too fat. I never thought her
Oh,
too
no,
fat.
she was a little fat. She used to be
Oh,
when
she
I
was
met her.
definitely a little fat, but I've seen fat kitties.
Well, no, I mean like when I first got her, she was like your typical like stereotype Halloween kitty where she was like really thin and like she would do like the back arch thing and she had really
Yeah.
long legs and
Gay
she had
Paris background.
yeah, like a really like stereotypical black cat and but
Speaking of
like
something out of Halloween.
my former stepmother got my cat super fat while I was away. And then when I got her, she was already that fat, and then we just kind of fed into it for a while, and now we have her on a diet because we're a little bit concerned. She
Oh.
just got too fat. We just want her to live longer, you know?
Yeah. At least you're letting her out these days. You never really let her out, did you? Up to like last year.
She didn't really want to, is the thing, and but like now she doesn't really like go very far, and she doesn't ever go unsupervised because she is totally declawed in the front. Wasn't my decision. I had nothing to do with that. So
I remember.
But for the people that cry animal welfare things just about my cat being declawed. Anyway.
If it was a crowded night tonight, we would have people in the chat making that sort of shouty claim. And
I understand, and like if if it was up to me, I would probably do like the cap thing, or I would take her to a vet and have her claws trimmed. But like at the time, there wasn't really an alternative, and so yeah. Anyway, aside from that, yeah, she used to be a skinny kitty, and now she's a fatty kitty, and we're trying to get her on a diet. So that's the conclusion there.
a part of me is gonna feel really sad when she dies because I've known her for years. Like
Same, dude.
I mean, you know way more than me.
Well, she's the first cat that I've ever had from like all the way from like I mean I didn't have her from like a super small kitten because she was like somewhere between 6 months and a year when I got her as a stray, but I have had her for a really long time now. So yeah.
What I always think about, because when I lost pets, not to get too morose, but when I lost pets, they always declined. You could see them get older and older and older. But when I went over to the States and I was with Nick in Bloomington there by Indianapolis, his cat, I should say, was still doing all standard cat shit. 3 weeks after I got back, dead.
Cats are interesting like that though. Cats are so one of the things that's pretty typical about cats is that they do not like to show that they're in pain. Way more so than like dogs because of loyalty. Cats do it out of like I don't know if it's like pride or something, but cats just like they really don't like to show that they're in pain. So they will do everything that they can to like appear totally normal until they absolutely can't. So
maybe it's sort of like a sort of prey thing. They don't want to be seen as weak to the others and become like food.
Maybe like a predatory instinct sort of thing. They want to remain with the appearance of like a strong hunter kind of. I don't know because house cats are a little bit weird, but like could be something like that. I don't know. I'm not a professional. I just own a cat.
Well, then you're as much a professional as anyone else, because I've always noticed. Like I like to. Sometimes I like to actually like check up the I like to check up the what do experts, quote unquote, know about animal behavior.
Hmm.
And animal behavior can come in so many stripes and sizes. But as I look at them, I realize a lot of people's ideas of animal behavior is kind of like they're making guesswork.
Yeah. Like for
Um,
instance, they say cats don't like sweet things, but I feel like my cat contradicts that because the only like dairy stuff she likes is specifically sweet. So it's
mm,
not just like, oh, it has a fat content thing because it had that before anyway. She specifically likes the sugar taste. She doesn't drink like regular milk by itself. She won't. She likes cereal milk. If it's had like sugar cereal in it, she'll drink the milk.
um,
She's weird.
yeah, also like traditionally cats always loved milk, right? Like that's always the
Hmm.
thing. And yeah,
Yeah.
every cat I've ever had has been milk like crazy.
Hmm.
To the point where we were actually told by our vet never to give them like full dairy milk, like water it down a little bit.
Yeah, it's not actually that good for them. It's very fatty, and yeah, it's not
It
actually that
destroys,
great.
yeah, it destroys like their stomach lining or something like that.
Mhm. It's yeah, they can't have a lot of it all the time, but like, and
No.
she doesn't get her treats like that very often. She doesn't really like it very often, to be honest. She doesn't like much else besides her cat food and her treats.
That's unusual. Like, you never just like throw her a piece of ham or anything like that.
She doesn't like it.
Really?
We try we actually try to offer her stuff and she doesn't like it. But she likes weird things like vanilla ice cream and cereal milk. And oh, she likes Arby's roast beef.
Well, I've
Which is
had
like
Arby's
double
roast
brain
beef, so
broth.
I can confirm that is adorably amazing.
It's good, but she likes that specifically. She really likes it, and she also likes like any type of like sliced deli turkey.
God, it sounds like you remember my dog Chelsea from like when we first
Yeah.
started talking, like the little
Hmm.
Yorkshire Terrier.
Hmm.
She one of the few foods that were very unusual that she liked was uh we can get like bags of chips over here, and you know the difference now between our chips and your chips.
Yeah.
But Chinese chips are different because they're usually cooked in the same fat as like the noodles and things like that.
Oh, okay. I didn't
So
know
they
that.
yes, so they come out differently. They taste differently, like a bag of chips
Yeah.
that you get from the oven, or a bag of chips that you get from the chipper, or French fries from McDonald's. And for whatever reason, she really loved those chips from the Chinese. So we'd always get them because no matter what you get in terms of a Chinese, you'd also get a bag of chips. It's just a cultural thing. And
Neat. They give out fortune cookies. They give
uh,
out fortune cookies.
yeah, some places in Ireland have started doing it, but when I grew up, that was just an American thing. We also don't
Yeah,
get our
that's a big
Chinese
one in
in
every
the
place.
little white
That's all you
boxes.
get.
That's
Oh yeah,
also
that's only a thing at some Chinese places here. Some places do different things,
that's
and
a
some
very New
do
York
like
thing to
white
me.
boxes.
That's a
We
very
get them here.
I've only ever had Chinese out of a box once, and otherwise it's like just the tinfoil trays with the cardboard tops, or like the
Yeah. Hmm.
plastic Tupperware, which is useful for other things as well. So you always keep one or two that you wash them out and you keep them. But
It's nice when they're microwave safe.
yeah, that's always a plus. So obviously the tinfoil ones are useless. You throw them onto a plate or whatever.
I know, right? But you can use them in the oven, so there's
That
that.
is 100% true. I found out that anyway to the dog. She didn't just like the chips though. She liked the end pieces. You'd have the whole chip for yourself, but the crunchy little bit at the end, like maybe a
Okay.
15th of the chip. You'd bite
What
off
does a
and you
tip
give it to
do?
her, and she'd just adore it. She
Weird.
yeah, and then she'd look at you and she'd be like, "Rah, rah, rah." She want more and more. So you'd give her more and you give her more, and eventually the whole bag, there must have been like 50 chips in it. At the end of it, she'd have had the ends of all of them,
Huh.
and then she had to have the bag to make sure there wasn't any crumbs left. I I
You know,
I don't miss that dog for a lot of reasons. She was a snooty little bitch, but most Yorkshire Terriers
I
are.
we had a dog like that once when I was little, and like, oh my god, I'm so sure my dad remembers her too. Oh god, she was the worst. She was a rat terrier. Her name was Effie. We
Ooh.
hated that dog. We hated that
Are those the
dog.
ones with the little floofy fur that almost look like Jack Russells, but they're not quite Jack Russells?
Yeah, yeah, they look
Yeah,
very similar Jack Russells. They
I
really
know.
do. They look super similar to them. But oh my god, she was the worst dog ever, dude. And she, so
in
we had 2 female dogs, and she was the teeny one. The other one was Fudge.
mm,
We had her at the same time as Fudge at one point. We got rid of Effie and we kept Fudge. So if that, I mean, if that says anything, the family was just like, screw this little dog.
yeah.
We gave her up for adoption. We did not like her. She was just not good in our household, and she was not our type of dog, and she was constantly trying to establish dominance over Fudge, and Fudge did not appreciate that.
You know how Tara used to do it over Chelsea? She was fatter, so whenever Chelsea would be sleeping, Tara would just waddle up to her and then just lay down on top of Chelsea until she moved. And Chelsea's head would stick out over the edge of like Tara, and she'd get up and she'd be like, bark, bark, and Tara would just kind of look at her like, fucking try it, bitch, and just go back to sleep.
Effie would hump Fudge's leg. Yeah.
Oh, dogs are awesome.
We were just like, you were like a 15-pound dog, and she was like a 50-pound dog. Like, what are you trying to do?
I've saw a Chihuahua belittle a fucking Great Dane before in the flesh. These things can happen if it's they know each other.
Yes, but Fudge was there first.
Mm.
She never backed down for anybody, dude. Fudge was always the top dog. She was always the first animal.
Aw.
Like, yep. I mean, she wasn't like aggressive or anything ever. She was never like that, but you definitely knew that Fudge was like ahead of all the other animals if there was like an animal hierarchy. I also wonder about the influence of like animals being raised together that are different types, like cats and dogs, for instance. Because like my cat has weird behaviors that are not typical of cats. Like she will come to whistles.
Mm.
If you,
I
like,
remember it's the opposite of normal cats with absent because like I do the whole
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
she doesn't like
can yeah she drives her away, which is quite rare for cats.
yeah, and like the pss, pss, pss thing, she doesn't really come to that either. She doesn't do much, but yeah, but like if me or Steve, if we whistle for her, she usually will come to the whistles. It's super weird.
With Tara, it was always sorry about this, folks. If you came to see, I don't know
Like
me.
gaming or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
What
like
were we planning to do?
there wasn't really much. I suppose at some point we should look at certain puppets from Taiwan.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
give me 1 second. I can also, for reference, since I said I was going to share photos.
we're
of
not
my
doing it
dog,
yet, so you can lay back and
but I can get
relax.
it down.
But yeah, you can grab it now if it saves you, if you want to save time. But
It's above me on a shelf.
would you say that it is a elf on a shelf?
No, he doesn't have pointy ears. He's more like a I don't even really know what to call him. He's just, I don't know. He's my ball joint dog.
I don't
I've had him
actually
for
remember
several
him.
years
Is he
now.
new?
No, he's several years old. I've had him for a while.
So I've probably met him like what 3 times now.
Probably because I still had him when I was living at my dad's. I got him like a long time ago, like clear back in high school.
I'm remembering from the top of those shelves bottles that are gone now. Pictures, but that would have been on the wall. Books, figurines.
He was with the figurines.
Does he have like a Chinese sort of silk shirt?
He's in like a cloak actually, and he's barefoot.
Then you're gonna have to reveal him in a dramatic fashion when the time is right.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Oh, you guys can see my rainbow pants because I'm gonna have to stand on a chair.
I give you. I'm a river to my people. Behold. Do you like the rainbow flags on your Twitter feeds? Well, now you have it on your elf legs.
You're welcome.
2021 indeed. Current year argument.
Oh my gosh, he's so dusty.
Oh, God. He deserves better than the poor lifestyle choices you give him.
Oh, I mean, you don't even know the half of it. In order to
You don't want to know what I just thought of.
well, in order to keep him from being too creepy and having that like doll quality of staring at people,
Mm.
since I had the power of painting on his face, his eyes are closed. So he's actually like in his like little backstory, he's blind.
Oh
He never
God.
has his eyes open.
Does he have a walking cane and like he walks in to
No,
warn the protagonists about evil that is coming
no,
and they're too proud to admit it until it's too late?
no. He looks like a cool cool anime character, kind of blind. I don't know how else to describe it.
'Cause there is actually a large dearth of like anime characters with like disabilities to some degree or another. Well,
In kind of when you think about it, there are actually like a lot. I think
even
like
you can get abstract like Goku without his tail.
yeah, exactly. Like he doesn't have a tail, and that's weird for Saiyans. So
Extremely, like he was literally castrated by his grandfather to
he can't
stop him.
transform. Yeah.
Yeah, which considering, I think he would have been worse. I think he'd have died a lot sooner in his life. I don't think he'd have beaten the Red Ribbon Army as the gorilla.
Right, because I don't think he would have advanced the way that he has advanced if he just stayed the way that he. Also,
Yeah, he
maybe if
he'd
he
have turned into Ozu to solve all of his problems until eventually someone would have probably Piccolo, King Piccolo probably would have killed him,
yeah,
which would have been a hell of a fight.
it may have been different if Goku hadn't literally been dropped on his head too.
Yeah, they don't really talk about that one as much, but he clearly has some sort of brain damage.
I remember seeing the episode at the very beginning of watching it. I remember seeing him as a baby and him
Oh, he
being
also got shot in the
like,
face
oh
as
my god,
well by Bulma. Don't forget that.
so many terrible things happened to him. Ugh.
And then she sexually assaulted him repeatedly, and then he assaulted her once. But it's
Oh,
all
anime.
80s, 90s anime. When will you not learn?
Well, I mean, they have learned stuff is toned down. Some stuff has toned down.
It depends on where and what, but yes.
Some.
Meanwhile, Brazil still has like kid shows where girls are in skimpy outfits next to gyrating off the letter A. So, so society, societies change, but I mean, they don't need to change too much. I mean, it's one thing to have a culture that's completely okay with sex. It's another to have like a kid sexually assault a 16-year-old while she's sleeping, and then play it off for
Yeah.
laughs.
Yeah.
You don't have anything down there. Oh, it's funny. He didn't know how girls work. No,
Yeah.
he basically fingered a girl when she was unconscious, and we meant to laugh at it.
Yes. Exactly. I mean, that stuff just doesn't. It really doesn't fly like that anymore, though. For the most
But
part.
you know what does? Bulma being super rich and getting away with anything she wants.
Sorta.
Especially in her early years. I mean, A, she shot some people. B, she solves everything either with money or she flashes some skin at them.
Yes, that is true.
Including what was it Roshi and Turtle and Oolong.
Was Roshi complaining? Are you? Come
No,
on.
Roshi obviously doesn't complain about anything sexual ever.
Say of all the examples, Roshi
No, but the thing is that no,
tried for that.
well,
It
but
really made his day.
it made his decade. I imagine years later he was still staring at her going, "You didn't know you didn't have any panties on. I don't know how that works, but I don't care." Like, I know I have underwear on. I've got my Family Guy underwear on right now. I know that because I can feel Peter's face on my taint right now. And
Specifically Peter's face.
yeah, actually, it's Peter's face on it, and he has a big word balloon next to it. And it's and on the back of it, it's the same, but it says diarrhea. Me ma bought me these. I fucking love her some days. She also bought me some Kiss pants that are basically the same, but it has the big Kiss lips on the crotch.
Ah.
Would you believe she's bought me my sexiest underwear ever? That's so weird, but
You need the pair that I saw on Wish. That is a pair of boxer briefs with a wolf's face right on the crotch.
okay.
It's great. It's great. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, have you seen the new? Have you
Like
seen
a
the
listen to that?
Manscaped? ads, the manscaping ads.
No.
Okay, that's something we can watch right now.
Maybe it was that, but I was just like, but there's a time delay, so this is gonna be really weird. I don't know how this is gonna work.
We'll play it by ear. I'll shut up and I'll basically just let you catch up to it, and you can tell me when we are done.
Okay.
Manscaping funny commercial. Manscaping involved. Yes, your balls will thank you. Something. It's along these. Oh, they're all from the same one.
Is it
So.
Dr. Squatch?
No, but there is a caveman at some
I was
point.
gonna say because the slogan sounds familiar.
Your balls will thank you. There's like let's see, perfect gift for him. Have evolved. Oh, here it's a cave people. No, this is different. This'll do.
I'm saying manscape.
Who you? Of the delay, I have on the screen here. I have just seen you type in manscaping ads.
Okay, so if you'd like, I can share the screen and you can do your best. Krendar has apparently adapted.
I'll be okay.
Okay. So tell me when we're at the pause and I can unpause.
Okay.
And the guy on the left, on the right, clearly looks like Jesus as we think of him. And the guy on the left clearly looks like Jesus as he probably was. Though probably a little hairier.
Oh my god, he reminds me of the Mighty Boosh's version of John the Baptist.
Oh, I can't.
Or Jared Leto on his weird narcissist island.
So, Jared Leto.
Yeah, specifically when he went on his weird little retreat where he like came back and didn't know there was a pandemic last year.
Oh God, did you? Yes, I remember that. And he's like, "Well, now I can defrag." Like, oh no. He's just going through his. I kind of remember that. That's as obscure as try to explain it like clap the disease away or banana bread. Do you remember those? Yeah. Fuck's sake. Or inject yourself with bleach. That'll solve it.
Oh my god.
But anyway, here's an ad I've seen pop up in my streams, not my streams, but on like my watch videos more than once.
What is going? Save it. I'm the grooming guru, and I'm here to rescue you.
I will
From this
pause at 1:30.
No, from your archaic grooming practices. It's time you start grooming safely with Manscaped's legendary Lawnmower 3.0. Here you go, bud. Take notes. Grooming tools
Also,
like beard
I can't
trimmers,
hear you
wax
very
strips,
well
hair removal
because
cream can lead to some serious manscaping accidents.
the video.
The Lawnmower 3.0 features advanced skin-safe technology to help prevent manscaping accidents while grooming south of the equator. Huh? Your southern hemisphere. Your South Pole. Dude, your Panama Canal. Really? Your butt, balls, and body. Even the gooch.
Oof.
Come on, man. Keep up. Also, give it a try. With the 7,000
Actually, I'll
RPM
pause
motor,
it
you can cut through the thickest jungles without the...
now. You know, actually, it probably would be better if I share the screen as well. It won't make much of a difference to me because there's only one of us. But you won't have to worry about the delay.
Also, this ad is great so far.
There's so many of them, and they're really honest. I'll say that.
It's really hilarious. I'm actually really enjoying the new variety of hilariously honest ads.
Like Raid Shadow Legends. Have you seen them?
No, there's like another one. It's like some brand of deodorant now that's like really. It's like I don't remember. It starts with an L. I'm not trying to drop brands either because like whatever. It's not like they're sponsoring you or something. But like
When it happens, I will fucking drive that to the ground. We have in our community, we have a very strong history. Gay. It wasn't. Chad, help me out here. It's like, what was the one that Hannibal and Monty always talk about every 5 seconds because they were told to talk about it every 5 seconds and they just want to get paid. It's like some sort of energy drink, so they always talk about like it's like Gamer Amp Mountain Fuel or whatever the hell it is, and they say it over and over and over again in like in any but you have to say it the full name. So it becomes this obnoxious little joke like, you know what I really like right now? God, Monty, I don't know. What would you like right now? Well, I just would love a can of Gamer Ham Fuel. You know,
it becomes like talking about the name of an anime that's like ridiculously long. It's like it looks like this on a subtitle. It's like 50.
It's the one, yeah, the ones that are like hyphenated, and then they're no. You mean the and then the fucking super otaku shows up. Actually, it's really pronounced as, and then they go into a whole thing, and you're like, really? How long do you stay in Japan? Oh no, I'm not allowed to leave the country. Yeah. So you can see the screen, all right?
I can see it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fear of snags. Isn't that better? Plus, it's waterproof, so you can trim anywhere. Right, Jacques?
Oh, my bad. Also, I need to hire you as well. Now I can hear you, but the chat won't hear you any differently.
Oh, good. There you go.
Yes, Krendar taught me that little trick.
Cool. Yeah, actually, I can see the video pretty well right now, so yeah, you're good.
Yeah, it sort of pixelates when it's still, but those pixels vanish when things move. So
yeah, I noticed. It's fine.
Merman.
Beautiful.
I'm from Atlantis.
He's from Atlantis.
Atlantis.
And with an all-new LED light, you can trim where the sun goes.
An LED. All right.
I love his face. I love his face right now.
I can see all the things that the girls and that one dude when I was experimented told me about. All the crevices and creases and oh my god, what's that? I'm sorry, sir. You've only got 6 weeks left.
Thank God, though. Like his face is amazing.
I was gonna ask, like, is an LED common these days in shaving products? Like personal shaving products. So you know what that is? That's another casualty of the pink tax.
But that's a really novel idea, though. Honestly, like I've never actually heard of that on like a personal shaving product, an LED. That's actually a great idea.
What's a gooch?
Yeah.
What's a gooch, though?
What is it?
What's a gooch?
Lawnmower 3.0.
Are you seriously asking that? I'm like, I just want to make sure.
Oh no, it's literally called Manscaped. What's a gooch?
Oh, I was like, what? Oh, it's paused. I can't really see it through the pixels. I see
Oh,
now.
my bad. Yeah.
You're fine.
Your balls will thank you. I love how when he swerved, you can see a gumball machine, and your balls will thank you, and something manly.
Weird.
Like it's almost like, shh, it's okay. We're dudes too. Now let's talk about your taint.
I feel like they're not though, and they just want us to believe that they're dudes. I get that impression. Like they're trying really, really hard to make sure that you know that they're dudes.
No, I'd be a little bit more. I think they are dudes, but I also think they're shills because you know shilling is like cross gender, cross racial, cross generational. But if they had a picture of say just a girl posing, but you can't see above like the top of the picture line. But you could see like her thighs, just like, and you could tell like she clearly would have her top off. Maybe like her bra's on top of her thigh. And you're like, see, I'm straight. so you want a soft, smooth going over your ball sack, ease in between those crevices. You know,
I guess you wouldn't want to be aggressive about it. That would be kind of.
Oh God, no. Like, I've done it. I've done it with just a regular old-fashioned razor. Like, you just...
I mean, yeah, you wouldn't want to be aggressive about it in general, regardless of gender. That would hurt.
I used the scissors first, and then I went at it very carefully with like a regular razor. That was it.
You're
That's
welcome, internet.
yeah. There you go. There's an image for it. It's I have like an afro going on above all the package is kind of like this roof of hair, and sometimes it can be passable, and sometimes it can't be passable, and it's not passable.
There you go. Anybody in the chat, have you ever shaved it into like a shape? Like the Hitler stash, or like I mean, I'm not even joking about that. I'm not trying to be distasteful. That's usually what they call it, the little teeny tiny like square sliver.
Yeah, the Hitler stash, yeah.
Yeah, or like or a heart.
Triangles, lightning bolts.
I feel like an inverted triangle.
I don't like the trees, like the branchless trees.
That seems
complicated.
Kind of creepy.
It is very creepy, but I've seen it.
Sounds weird. I don't know if I'd like that one.
I've seen also ones that look like starbursts, not the sweets. The like literally idea of like multiple. Yeah, I've seen squares too.
Yes.
Squares were the first ones. They give a little carpet sample going on there.
Yeah. Carpet.
Oh God! Do you want to hear a really you want to hear a really really bad one?
I mean, probably.
Let me see if I can remember this right. Hey, you don't need AstroTurf when you've already got linoleum, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I do know what you mean.
Oh, it's just slick. Just slide it in. By the way, I had to tell someone earlier what Lolita was. I don't know why that popped in my head.
Well, also, to be fair, though, to distinguish, there is also a type of fashion that's Lolita, too, that is not...
It was inspired.
It was. But it was also inspired by a certain measure of, like, French fashion from a certain era, too.
Yeah,
the whole idea of it is to be, like, very cute.
Yeah.
But it's also to be, like, very, like, reserved, and, I used to know quite a bit about Lolita fashion.
I
I've
know.
also read the novel.
And I know. We've kind of almost had like a book club on it where we looked at each other and went like, do you remember that scene? Yep. Do you remember the scene? Yeah. Do you remember that part? Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, from a literary standpoint, it is considered like a classic.
It definitely broke new grounds of what isn't taboo.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's definitely really bad. So.
And it's still taboo as fuck, but
yeah. Oh my God.
Every once in a while, someone hasn't read it and they've just heard the name and they think, oh, it means like sexuality. In a sense.
I mean, it does in a sense.
But in the sense that Chris Hansen wants you to have a seat.
Exactly. Yeah.
You say manscaped?
Yeah.
Son, take a seat.
Okay, those two don't look anything alike.
Wait till you were a little
No,
older.
they don't, but I like their hats.
It looks like their dads both. It looks like his dad and his granddad took him out onto like he's like a real manly man. He took them out to like a fishing trip, and they didn't like it because they couldn't get Wi-Fi reception, and they were just wanting to get back to LA as quickly as possible. They were just but they got free hats out of it. So
can't get on Twitter, Dad. I want to go home.
I'm just saying that, like, I have a lot of people I need to have Zoom calls with. Okay, son.
My God.
The doctor says I've only got 6 weeks left. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I help you? Pussy! I knew it. It was a test. You don't get a beer now. I like you when you're drunk. Get drunk for me. But get drunk for me, or I'll dunk you. You never bothered to swim.
Oh, show.
I swim, Dad. I swim, Granddad. You see?
What
You
is this
see?
look into your past? Who is this?
Oh no, my Jesus Christ, my family was
know,
nothing like it. But yeah, no, imagine if this whole ad just came into it, and at the end of it, the really overly compensating masculine granddad is shaking him and going, "I bet you don't even shave your balls." And he's like, "What?"
For some reason, he looks just like the Colonel from the Venture Brothers that got the
Oh, the sex change.
operation.
The one with the cigarette holder.
Yeah, the one from Brock's really super weird trip with the pink dolphins.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. Every time I see like clips of it, there's like scenes where like they're just dressed as normal, and then the rest are like dressed as like normal in a different sense.
I love that show. I'm so sad it got officially canceled. Poor Venture.
You know who I've been? You know what I've been relapsing into? Aqua Team Hunger Force.
Oh my god, yes, Aqua Team.
And I haven't had a smoke in a long time. You'd think I'd be bored out of my head, but I watch clips of it, and I'm just there like.
Oops, sorry. Just tapped my mic on my glass. I didn't know if that was loud.
Very unprofessional of you. Wasn't the name for the Hitler stash the toothbrush? Yes, it was.
Thank you. That's a much better name. I don't want to call it that. The toothbrush is much better.
Yeah, I mean, you see people like pretending to have the little toothbrush thing going on. I saw someone in Dublin once actually like wearing it.
It's in the same vein of naming as the Flavor Saver, the little like soul patch beard. I've heard people call, like, if you have like the little teeny bit right here, I've heard people call that the Flavor Saver before. Yeah.
I like there's one that's like the Canyon Trail that's for like, it's representing like an entire body from top to bottom. And the idea is that you're in like starting to kiss and then kiss and kiss and kiss and kiss and eventually you go down them. But it's like their hair kind of complements that, to the idea is that you're getting from like bushy topland to like barren, or like barren topland to bushy lowlands.
Seems like a lot of work. I'll be honest. Like that just seems like way too much work. Like it's kind of complex.
I've seen where they've shaved their eyes.
Excuse me?
Hold on. Yeah, this is from
Like
I've seen where they shave eyes. Do you mean eyelashes or do you mean eyebrows? Because I've seen eyebrows and that's stupid looking. Where they paint. Yeah, that's a trend.
I mean, well, okay, but like actually no. Okay, I can't say that about everybody because I know some people who do shave or wax their eyebrows and they draw them on for the purposes of like drag shows and things like that.
Okay,
great.
No, I've seen queens.
Some of them do not look great, but I am not trying to like call anybody out or anything like that. And I do know some people personally who do stuff like that for a living, and they actually look pretty good. So I can't actually say that about everybody. But,
well, I can't say about everyone, but all I'm saying is that every time I've seen a girl, or hell, I've even seen a guy or two do it. Oddly enough, a lot of guys with bald heads tend to want to do that if they're like more metrosexual or gay or just camp in general.
Interesting.
I saw a guy.
You know who looks like garbage without eyebrows, and I don't feel bad about saying it at all? Jeffree Star.
But then again, Jeffree Star looks like shit anyway.
There you go.
I'm sorry, but look, it would be like if a giant fucking mosquito were to land behind your head, suck out all the moisture in your body, and somehow at the same time you'd grow these massive tendrils out of your fingers, and then, I don't know, you'd start a makeup brand. Like, that's what I see Jeffree Star as. Like, I know what we can watch.
I love the shades of like his liquid lipstick, but I don't want to buy his stuff because I don't like him. I just don't want to give him any of my money.
Let's see if I can find it. There.
Oh my god.
This is when the whole Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star thing was going on. Ryby, big shout out to Ryby, and I watched this and we were like laughing our heads off because it was like too true.
I feel like it's
Yes,
actually sort
Gaga.
of like,
Let-
in a way, it's also relevant because of like the current controversy with Marilyn Manson that I've been hearing about because he's being called out again. For
We
being,
can
like,
get to that after this if you want. Yeah.
It's really crappy because like these are all people that I used to be huge fans of, and I just like can't really anymore.
Now you know how I feel with Kevin Spacey.
Yes, exactly. Oh, it's so unfortunate. House of
Let's
Cards
see what's
is
up.
such a good show.
On the trending page today. Yes, yes, yes. Finally, the tea can be served.
I give you your fashion icon, Jeffree Star.
Hi, poor people.
OMG.
Welcome back to my channel. My publicity team has informed me that the best move to save my brand is to make another apology video. So I decided.
I like the. I don't know if you can see them. The slippers.
I can barely see them on the weird withered Ren and Stimpy style legs going on there. Like this is
Jeffrey looks like a definitely looks like a Ren and Stimpy. Looks
I
like
feel like I need to like down the rest of this glass to like handle that. Like,
honey, don't you ever let me stop you there.
But also, if I do it, I might also, if we're still looking at this at the same time that I do that, I might get sick all over my keyboard, so.
All right, there's another person who you'll recognize fairly quickly.
To sit down on my $50,000 Versace couch and pose like an Afghan hound in my.
I forgot about that line.
I don't think it's entirely the pixels that are that's making that couch look like vomit.
Oh no! Did you actually see the real life couch? 50 grand for that, and it looks like somebody. It looks like a year or two ago, someone had massive diarrhea shits all over it, and it's been stained permanently.
Bro, high fashion is weird.
High fashion is ridiculous. If I had fucking sense, I would live in a mansion because I could sell them anything and they would buy it because they're dumb and rich.
I'm wearing $3 Dollar General chokers right now, and they look the same as the same type of thing that you would buy from like a high-end store for like $25 a piece.
It's why.
Why would you?
It's why one of my favorite books and movies ever is Devil Wear Prada. They openly talk about this. Like, this girl walks around and she gets ridiculed by the ultimate queen of fashion, breaking down how her crappy sort of Target jumper she's wearing came down through like a series of different like fashion guides, and all the while I'm thinking, yeah, but she looks like she's fuckable, and you look like a
JoJo character.
Kinda, yeah. Like,
it's why high fashion collaborates with JoJo very well. Their outfits are very strange.
Oh well, absolutely. Well, that's why high fashion does very well with the music industry, especially in the 80s and 90s, because
you're right.
Because music videos and like carpet galas. I mean, did you see the inauguration with Lady Gaga?
Oh yeah.
Did you see that thing that she was wearing? It was like fucking crazy.
She's always like that though. That's
Oh, that was her downplaying it. I mean, she was walking out in a suit made of meat, you know?
I know, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's just her thing. She always does
$50 million
really
mansion.
over the top stuff.
You know, Jeffrey, I'm looking at Jeffrey here, and it kind of looks like when Islamic extremists make propaganda movies about Jews.
He also reminds me of those like oh man, how do I describe amusement park caricatures that they put on T-shirts and stuff? Like when you go to like amusement parks and stuff, and there's like that booth with all like man, there's one at Adventureland here, and a couple of other places that you can go to, but you can go up and get like caricatures of stuff made, like. And they always have like these like super exaggerated faces.
Yeah, like the giant heads while driving a moped sort of thing.
It's like a chibi, but extremely hideous.
Yeah.
Like, not to knock anybody that's a caricature artist, because I don't.
Oh
think
no!
I could honestly duplicate
I've got a
it's an art style all its own. But like, I'm just saying, like his face right now reminds me of like extreme caricature art.
And yeah, just like any other normal human being.
Eyes still on fleek though.
Well, I mean, he does do really nice eye makeup, but he's still a garbage
Oh my
person.
god, Jeffrey, you are.
I love the fangirl. She's like,
I love her creepy teeth.
yeah, I love her massive nails. Like she'd be like, click, click, click with that computer.
Reminds me of that Peter as a receptionist.
Yeah, as the Latino receptionist. Yeah,
Click,
hold on, let me put you on hold.
Click,
Click,
click.
click.
Such a royal
I couldn't
queen.
do it. I've seen people function with nails like that, and I'm really
I've seen them with the massive nails, but also being able to use a computer normally, like a normal person, without fucking it up. How do you do that?
This is like as long as like these are my natural nails, and they're not even that long, but I can't do much longer than that without them getting super impractical.
Jeffree, when did Jeffree Star become a shitty person? I don't know Jeffree Star as well as other people, so someone else might have to answer that. What about you?
It started like several years ago with a whole lot of controversy about other people that were working with him. He apparently treats people around him really, really poorly. And like, there was a lot of controversy about his brand in general and how he was like, a lot of people were accusing him of lying, like straight up lying about his brand and saying that it was like vegan friendly and things like that. And then they were like,
I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
Yeah, there were some people that were pulling receipts on him basically and like saying like that's not true and you're lying about your brand just to get more money and like he like there's just a lot of crap. It's a lot of crap.
Jeffree Star looking like a meth addict E.T. slept with Tashiki 69.
Yes.
That works. Yes. I can get behind that. I can get behind that image. Not.
He used to also be really big into like Hello Kitty and stuff like that. Back when I was like into Jeffree Star and I thought he was like super cool and shit. I used to describe him as like if Marilyn Manson had Hello Kitty throw up all over him.
Yeah, I can so do that.
Like to me.
Spill the tea, sister. All is forgiven.
I'm here again to break my silence as a 56-year-old woman participating in YouTube drama.
She has nothing to do with anything anymore. I vaguely remember who she is. She had to do with this drama. But this is the face you'll probably recognize. All I'm going to say is, do you remember the Chuck E. Cheese controversy from a few years ago?
Chuck E. Cheese controversy? I don't know.
About the pizza slices that don't quite add up, and it involved a certain it involved a documentary dude who is very closely tied to Jeffree Star and did a thing with Jeffree Star.
Yes.
Well, here he is.
Hey guys. So as you know, I used to be a dirty, dirty bad boy gubby poop.
By the way, Ed and Eddie back there in the picture frame. Look at those! I love his mole. I love his mole right there. Look at those eyes. It looks like you tried to make a bust of him, but as he was coming out of like the 3D printer, it didn't set right, and he like melted halfway through. But you were like, "Fuck it, he's gonna do it anyway." And here we are. I guess. I apologize. Welcome back. Technical glitch, to say the least. The computer froze on me. I apologize. Welcome back. So, Best way to describe it is the computer froze. I mean, it's happened before. It's happened before on stream. I was actually wondering, when are we due? What's interestingly enough is on my computer screen, on my view of my stream, I'm coming up as only like 1/4 of it, which is strange because I have my phone open, and as you guys can see, you will once I show you this. Elf will be back in momentarily, but yeah, that was fucking weird, man. That was weird. But it's happened. It's happened before. And everything was still all lined up perfectly. It was still recording because the stream on YouTube was recording, but the OBS cut out. What you have to do is you have to cut out the OBS first and then hit end stream. That's how you do it. That's why you don't have things like a few minutes afterwards you kind of mumble to yourself and you find out that you're still recording. Anyway, I do apologize for that. I do apologize for that wholeheartedly. These things happen. You know what else happens if you're enjoying the stream? Like, share, and subscribe. And also do the magical things of checking out our Discord, our YouTube. If you're on our YouTube, then you know what the fuck to do on our YouTube. And on Streamlabs. And follow me on Twitter. Anyway, just waiting now for Elf King to pop back in. So, yeah, that was annoying, to say the least, but it's nothing unusual. Like, these things happen. These things happen when you are a world-famous streamer. Right. These things happen when you... Yes. Good. 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 I still don't know what's happening with the thumbnail. Like, you can see the thumbnail when you click on it, but... have you ever seen other kin videos? There is this girl who believes she is a dragon. Yes, I have, actually, and it's fucking ridiculous. I know you watch... TJ as much as I do there, Bill. And I have the same approach to him. Like, we shouldn't just assume this shit. It's neither healthy. No, we shouldn't placate to their delusions. Now, when I say that, I immediately wonder, isn't that what anti-trans people believe? And the sad fact is, yes. The difference is, we can scientifically prove trans and shit like that. You can't prove someone is, they think they're God. Once in Yahoo chat room with a vampkin. Oh God. Well, you just wait until Elf King comes back, and we can talk about that if you want.
I'm back.
So, Elf King, while I get you set up.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Time to come back.
Yeah. Oh, no, turn off camera, turn off. My camera is not for you. You need to turn your camera on. In the meantime, there we go.
I am.
Yeah, no, you don't need to give your life story. You don't need to give your life story, but let's just say that you have had experience.
We'll just say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you. But
Thank you.
you definitely have first-hand experience with.
It's been a long time now.
Very long. When was the last contact? 6 years? Longer?
Something like that. I don't even remember how old I was, honestly, like 21 or no, I wasn't even that old. Probably when I was like 20, so it's been like almost 10 years now.
Hmm.
I'll be 30 this year, so.
You know, I have to thank you for one thing. You gave me the life experience to look a friend in the eye and say, "Shut the fuck up! You're talking out of your arse."
I thank you for being an honest friend.
Years later, I did the same thing with Ryby, and I hope to in the future be able to be that sort of friend where everyone's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "No, no." No, you weren't as bad. You weren't as bad as you could have been. I'll say that.
He was pretty unhealthy, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just in case you thought I was making a comparison that like Elf thought that they were a vamp. No.
No. I was to put it succinctly, I was letting myself be abused more or less by someone who was claiming to be a vampire over the internet.
This was long before the terms were given.
I was a teenager when I met this person, so like, I mean, silly teenager things.
Oh, absolutely.
You know.
I mean, you started to talk to this weird ass Irish dude for starters. That was a big red flag right there.
Hey, you're cool though. Come on.
No, maybe a little, but
you weren't like weird and abusive and like demanding of my time and like other strange things. To be fair, it was never anything like grossly perverse or anything like that. It was just like there was some level of like I don't know if you.
Do you know who Walter Fate is?
No.
He mostly looks at videos or like he reads out Reddit posts from people who are who had histories with nice guys and incels and things like that.
Oh my god. Oh, this person was certainly not. Okay, I don't think it was quite like that. This person was just like I'm definitely not trying to like name any names, and we're still not going through my life.
No, of course not. Jesus.
This person definitely had their own issues, but I don't think that they were like an incel. I think they were actually like
ill.
Probably a girl who was mentally ill and was like seeking a lot of attention that way. It was at the very height of like the time of like fan fiction and role playing and things like that online and like
when dinosaurs walked the earth and
exactly. Some of us still had MySpaces at the time. Like it was
we used to talk on what was it like Microsoft IM or whatever the hell, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, MSN Messenger.
Yes.
Oh,
Christ. That's how we or Yahoo Messenger. Right. More people remember Yahoo, but
I used that too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a time. But no, yeah, like I always remember.
Emails.
Yeah. Oh god. I think you're the last person I know who still uses Hotmail. Besides me.
I don't really. So most of my email actually goes through Gmail, to be honest. But like, I still use Hotmail for some stuff that I just haven't changed over.
Stuff related to this channel goes through Gmail for obvious reasons. But I still have my Hotmail as my default.
Yeah, I have it as it's. I use it for some stuff, but like most of my stuff is my Gmail. Like whatever. I'm not telling you guys what it is.
CompuServe. She's the last holdout of CompuServe. You need to go to an AOL chat room, which for the record still fucking exists. I know, right? And you know what else? It's full of nothing but a few holdout members of the roleplay community.
Weird.
And you know what the strangest thing about all of that is? Not a single of them are sexual at this point.
Oh my god. Okay, so
it's just totally role playing for role playing's sake.
speaking of role playing in the past, so
If you want to tell any stories, I'm not going to force you. I can imagine some of the hells you're going to pull out of your fucking magician's hat.
no, this is great. This is a good one, but it's not too like racy or anything like that. It's just like
Be racy what you want. Just be sure that you're going to wake up tomorrow and be like, "Oh God, I said that on camera."
it's implicit of racy things, but I'm not going to be specific because I'm not.
Yeah, get vague. Put that Japanese. Get that Japanese to the test. You know, speak without speaking.
It's not Japanese. So Steve was showing me something on like I don't know, it was like some homebrew like D&D page thing, and somebody had used a picture of John Egbert from Homestuck for it.
No.
Like, so, yes, I'm serious, but it wasn't official artwork. It was some artwork from a different artist that I sort of recognized. They did some other comics, let's just say that. But I definitely recognized the art style. Like,
oh, can you see the screen?
Oh.
Can you
Why
not?
is it so small? Hang on. Why is it showing? Oh, there it goes. I'm just dumb. User error.
I'm just giving them some sort of flash because Homestuck was not as popular as we think. Nowadays, it's a bit of a meme, but I mean, it's an obscurer of the memes, you know.
2012.
One thing I liked about Homestuck was that it went to an older style of the internet at the time.
Yeah.
So ironically, its nostalgic and its retroness suits it better than it does than say other creatures of the time.
I was super into Homestuck. Apparently, I'm now the sole administrator of a Homestuck page.
How the fuck did that happen?
Everybody else quit it, and I don't know how to stop being an administrator on it. Idiot.
Oh, dude, if you're the administrator, you can change it. You know what you have to do? You have to turn it into Cantown.
Dude, it's like a voice.
You have to become. It doesn't matter. Just rename it Cantown. Call yourself. Rename your account name as a mayor of Cantown, and just.
I'm the mayor's biggest fan. I'm blonde now. See, I can pass as Dave.
Oh no! But you have a puppet. Wait, no, your puppet does not have a questionable nose.
I don't have a puppet. I have a small doll. I don't have any puppets. Questionable noses.
Let's be honest. Now that was the key thing. I always remember that from like that was like the first.
That was more of Dirk's territory, to be honest with you. Hang on.
Sounds like he.
Okay.
He made a breaky break.
Okay, sorry. Steve's dropping stuff in the kitchen. I'm just making sure he's okay.
Steve, stop with your domestic violence. You're scaring the children.
Oh, he dropped a knife. I just wanted to make sure.
He has a knife? Oh God, are you safe? Blink twice if you're safe. No, no, just what I thought. Go.
I can't just only blink twice too. I mean, like I have to blink more than twice. Like keep blinking. It's just, you know.
Go for. Bill says go for lolcow and name it Quickville 2. Oh, now I want to see you in a striped shirt with a Sonichu pendant.
Oh no, please.
Oh, would you believe I've actually had a conversation very briefly with Christian once? You know what it was? Do you know what it boiled down to? Hi. How are you? I'm great. That's great. Who are you? Friend of a friend. Oh, okay. Bye.
Cool.
Yay, I guess. I didn't plan for it either. As always, Ryby was the wrangler of that shit.
Nice.
You want to talk to Coppercat? She can get you hung up with Coppercat. You can ask what Venice's water tastes like when he dunked himself into Venice. Yeah, he went to Venice and he recorded himself, and as he tried to get out of the gondola, he fell into the canal.
I don't want to know what that water tastes like. I really don't.
I think a part of it will taste like mud, and the rest we will leave to our worst imaginations.
No, thank you. I'm just gonna.
You ever tasted ass ever came out of an Arby's, and then decided to wash it down with some Denny's? That is Venice.
I feel like it's like if you were like in lake water next to somebody who literally just peed.
Yeah, it's like that episode of South Park where they it was like Kyle had to drink the pee, and the guy who ran it was from Venice. So yeah, we know what it is like to drink pee every day.
I mean, we all know that it's just not clean water normally, though. It's just not water you want in your mouth.
Oh, 100. It's never looked clean. I mean, they used it as their toilet. They used it as their sewer. Later on in life, well, it was just, full of sewage. Most people don't live in Venice. They live outside of Venice along the coast, and they work.
I have a book about Venice that's got a lot of pictures and stuff, and it's really pretty. But it's mostly meant for like the overarching pictures and stuff on the pages. But it's like supposed to be informative, and it tells me that like you can't have cars within the city limits of Venice.
No, you can't. There's very few places you could drive them anyway.
Right, like most of their places aren't like wide enough to accommodate cars, and they don't have like the places for.
You can drive cars when it isn't flooded in the St. Mark's Cathedral Square, and that's
most people get around by like bicycle or moped though.
Yeah.
If they want to go fast.
Alternatively, they're some of the most active on foot because
people just walk. I would be fine with that. I walk a lot.
Especially in the Italian weather. Although they are pretty far north, they would get a lot of rain, but it would be humid rain, so it would be cold.
Oh, that'd be fine. That'd be really nice.
And over centuries, they knew that, so their bridges all have little roofs over them.
It's true. Many pictures.
I don't know.
Italy. I'd like to go still.
Same. My ma went to Venice and she said she saw a rat the size of a cat.
I believe it. But I feel like you can also see that in New York. So
I can guarantee you. And you know what else? I've seen cockroaches the size of my hand in New York. Dead. But I've also seen bigger. And a part of me felt very cool. I love how overly sarcastic is the second one. Yeah, well done to them. I remember when they were like half their size.
Just like shill the crap out of somebody else's YouTube or anything, but I do love their videos.
Oh no, all the time. That's what we do. I mean, hell, this I'll be the first to admit it. This and our podcast was entirely piggybacked off Drunken Peasants. But nowadays, people know who the fuck we are separately. No one gives a shit, but people still pop in. Speaking of, we're having this creature this month as a guest. So, along with... Wait, are we having... Yeah, we're having you as a guest. Who are we having you with, though? Do you remember?
I don't know.
I'm
Did
sure.
we say?
Shabisky! We're having you with Shabisky.
Yeah, that's right.
We're having you with the stoner god himself.
Aw. I feel privileged, really.
Expect the following. Huh? Like, and I'll do a dab. It was an accident. And... Hey, cool guy.
Do you,
I can
do you
show?
have to like to do a dab, or just, like, do one? I mean...
He was it like or sub or whatever. He's highly successful at it though. Like every time you guys donate $5, I'll do a dab. He ends up nearly every night getting stoned. The guy.
Stupid Nebraska.
Oh, don't worry. The Republicans are a dying creature.
South Dakota is legalizing it, dude. Hey, look, that's us. Did you see
It
that?
is us. You see, this is the thumbnail you guys should have seen. And look, Flash Ryan is live. And I love the...
I wished I was as pretty as the thumbnail. Like, just, Lee Pace. What a beautiful person.
Okay, is there any film that he's in where he looks like shit?
Not that I've seen. Like, I mean, outside of like fantasy stuff, I've seen him in *Halt and Catch Fire*, and that's the closest I've ever seen to him like being a total hot mess. And he's still hot, so like I don't really know.
Okay, let's find an ugly picture of him by your standards.
Good luck.
Let's start with here. This is clearly a disgusting picture of him.
Yeah,
Clearly, he's not following any boat safety whatsoever.
Yep, awful picture. You're right. Super terrible.
Let's see. I'll say this now, though. I don't like curls on a guy. I just
think
don't.
That's just his natural hair.
I know, and I don't like it. I like guys with straight hair. Girls can do whatever the fuck they like, but meh.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
Meh. I'll have a gander and see if there's anything in particular. Oh yeah, look. Look at this. Look at this. Ugly creature. Disgusting. Vile. I'm not gonna lie though, he has lanky as fuck legs. Like, Jesus Christ. And arms. Maybe it's just the bed he's on looks huge. But he kind of looks gangly in that picture. That is no joke weird. That's just like weird as fuck. I don't know how to swim, so Venice is a no destination for me. Yeah, I would think that maybe Venice wouldn't be good. Just so you wouldn't die. I mean, I can't think of Peru would also be like that. If you had really bad respiratory problems, Peru would also be really bad. The guy could be the next Jesus in the second Passion of the Christ movie. Like, yes, but hell.
What now?
Bill says the guy could be the next Jesus in the second Passion of the Christ movie.
Who?
Lee Pace.
Oh.
Interesting.
I guess with like the curly hair and the beard, I could sort of see that.
Now, I'm looking at this picture here, and while again I am not going to pretend that he's not unattractive, I think he's a bit lanky looking here.
He's super tall. So actually, apparently, fun trivia, the costume designers for The Hobbit were like extra pleased with him because costume designers apparently make
there he is.
Without knowing who the actors are going to be. They've already made the things, which you might already know that because, you know, with Roy's experience and stuff, what he had with like prop making and stuff, I figured maybe you already knew some stuff like that. But like in any case, they were super pleased with him because he already fit the like size and shape that they wanted for like the armor and the garments and things that they had made for Thranduil. So they were just like, yeah, Lee Pace is already the perfect shape for that. So yeah. But beyond The Hobbit, I've also seen him in *Halt and Catch Fire*.
Wait, was he the body double of Groot? I thought.
What?
Well, here's a trailer. It's right next to.
He's Ronan in the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's the one in the.
That's where I was also gonna go with that. That's what also I've seen him.
Yeah.
I really want to see that movie. The third one over is The Fall. I really want to see that movie. And I'd also really like to watch Pushing Up Daisies, which is
that actually sounds familiar.
Comedy series that he's in. He's called Ned the Pie Maker. He can
he played Heinrich Himmler.
He can revive dead people by touching them, but if he touches them again, they die again.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was Lincoln. He was in Lincoln. Okay. Twilight.
For that. Twilight?
Garrett.
Twilight.
Breaking Dawn Part 2.
What the fuck is Garrett?
He was probably one of the shirtless background vampires or werewolves.
I I didn't really watch Twilight beyond like the first movie. I've drunkenly watched it with Brittany. Like I think I've watched the second one. I don't even remember what it's called right now because I don't care anymore. But like yeah, my favorite thing about like the second one was the vampires that actually drink the blood of people.
What about the
Pretending.
what's his name? The Vampire King or whatever the hell his name is, the really campy one.
Are you talking about Aro?
Yeah, what's the name of the actor?
Oh, that's Michael Sheen, actually.
Yeah, Michael Sheen. I remember he was on Top Gear, and Jeremy Clarkson asked him, "Why did you do that role?" And he simply said, "My daughters love the book, so I decided to do it for them."
I love Michael Sheen. He's actually him and David Tennant have been making a lot of really hilarious videos together ever since they were in Good Omens. And it's been really awesome.
Kind of like a much younger version of Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen.
Kind of, yeah. Oh my god, they're so cute. Like, I don't mean that in like a weird way.
No, because hell, didn't oh shit, hit the wrong one.
They're my favorite, and if they're not friends and they're more than that, like that's cool
Didn't
too, I don't care,
didn't
but I'm just saying that they're super fun
Ian
from what
Ian McKellen notary the wedding between Patrick Stewart and his wife?
Did he? I don't know.
There's
I don't know that
a.
much trivia about
It's
serial
actually quite
McKellen.
recently, if I remember right. Like they had
I
like
just
this
really
big
love his fashion.
Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen wedding.
Sir Ian McKellen is very fashionable.
Oh.
I know that about Gandalf, but like he dresses very well.
I grew up in English like the TV. He pops up all the time on like panel shows.
Yeah.
What the hell? Sir Ian McKellen to marry Patrick Stewart.
I think they mean like marry as in like officiate the marriage. Like
yeah, this is 7
like
years
a
ago.
priest, like
Yeah,
the priest marries you.
yeah.
Like the priest doesn't personally become married to you, but he does the marriage ceremony.
Yeah.
I think that's what they mean by that word. That's such weird wording. Why would you do that?
You know exactly why they do that for the clickbait, even 7 years ago. Okay, so they're not marrying each other, but still, how cool is this? We'll officiate at the Best Pals Patrick Stewart's forthcoming wedding. They'll be standing between Stewie and his bride, Susan Ozell.
I don't mean to like at like that prospect. I meant at the prospect of people like cashing in on something that's not true.
Oh yeah, but I mean that's clickbait for you. I clicked on it.
I know.
Yeah, you wouldn't. If it was any other man his age, you wouldn't think that he'd be able to get someone like that younger and that like.
Of course he could.
Oh, he's Patrick Stewart, of course.
Of course.
He could.
That's what I'm saying.
He. I'd fall in love with him if he talked to me.
I know. Patrick Stewart is awesome.
We could rub each other's head. head. I love when he would record himself getting stoned after it became legal in California, and he'd be like,
oh god, I saw the greatest video the other day. It was like this old grandma doing the hugest dab I've ever seen in my life.
You just wait until Shabisky shows up.
No.
Shit.
No, he would probably even be impressed by this shit. I mean, it was literally like, okay, so I don't know what you know about wax, but people in like the chat, if they know anything, it was like a 6 foot long drawn out piece. It looks like a melted Jolly Rancher, basically.
Jesus.
Drawn out like 6 feet, basically. And this woman just like, she had to have been like at least like 65, 70. And she just like ripped the entire thing. The entire thing. I was just like, what? And she didn't cough any harder than somebody just like hitting a gong. It was crazy. And she was listening to oh my god, I don't know the song, but the lyrics were like smoke weed with a bad bitch or something like that. Like it was a pretty cool song for like this old ass lady. It was just honestly one of like the I don't know. one of the just like the biggest power moves I think I've ever seen by somebody smoking. It was crazy.
I like how these days when like elderly people they get older, they're just like, "Fuck it, I'll try a joint," and yet they could be
I mean,
in their youth they could have
I
been
would.
a part of being like Dare or earlier
Right.
still like they'd have been a part of the Reefer Madness campaign, you know.
It's changing. I mean, like the stigma is changing for
And I
a
also
lot
think
of
because
people.
they're so tired and they realize that maybe they were on the wrong side. But like
Yeah.
the modern day side isn't angry as much as they thought they'd be. They're not like getting lynched in the street by a bunch of people who like smoke weed.
No.
Because that would require too much effort. Most stoners want to stay home and watch YouTube.
The Reefer Madness thing was just propaganda. Like that doesn't.
Well, yeah, but it did. But I mean, you live in a country where
worked for a lot
propaganda
of
tried to
people.
result in a coup not too long ago.
I know.
Like you know full well that that shit can get riled up and riled up and riled up and riled up and riled up. Like 100%. And I've always
Rest assured, I don't think it's done. But
oh no, but I mean that woman right now who's talking about Jewish laser beams. And
oh my God, I heard about that. I'm just like, what?
I just call her the blonde, but I think her name's like Lauren something. Not Lauren Southern.
I'm blonde.
You're blonde today. You're going to be bright red next month when you see someone on anime doing it.
I don't really like red that much.
You could pull it off, but
I know. I used to do it in high school.
I remember.
I don't really do it
but
anymore. It feels like a high school me thing. But I may do it sometime in the future, but it would probably be very.
If
dark.
you went
But
full goth, that would be more of a high school thing, I think.
Only because Steve likes red hair. Anyway.
Although you could still be a goth and do the red hair.
Yeah, no, that's totally a goth. So, like, one of the first colors that I actually dyed my hair, it was way back when they used to do the, like, L'Oreal foaming semi-permanent hair color. It was like a mousse. It was like a foaming mousse that you would just, like, work into your hair, and it would last for, like, a few months.
Yeah, I saw a girl do that once.
But, like, the first time I ever did it, it was like, I mean, it was like a pretty bright red. I mean, it was like,
My ma actually did that.
It wasn't like a natural sort of red. It was just like red.
Yeah, it was kind of like the neon red, isn't it?
A little bit darker than that. Like it was like crimson.
Blood.
Yeah. At the time, yes, I would have been like, absolutely, yes, it's blood red.
Oh.
I was just, a little gothling. Now I'm like, I don't know, something.
Can I just say that if all the goths we knew as like kids growing up, and for me it wasn't so varied. So anyone who was a goth, they would have ended up being what you guys would have called everything from a skater kid to a fucking a scene kid.
Just like an umbrella term for like everybody.
Yeah, there was this because there's so few of us, we don't have the luxury of expanding into little subgroups of subgroups of subgroups.
That makes sense.
Also, in many ways, then we didn't ostracize. One thing I've noticed between American and Irish schools was we didn't have the cliques like the way you guys did.
To be honest with you, I think I'm a goth in the same vein that, like, Noel Fielding is still a goth. Like, we both wear, like, really bright colors and, like, weird crap that you wouldn't necessarily term as, like, goth.
Goth is like a neckbeard. It's a state of mind. You don't need... Yeah, exactly. You don't need a neckbeard to be a neckbeard. Just look at Lucas Warner.
I always, when I was in high school and junior high and stuff, I actually always used to kind of, like, champion that idea that like goth is like a state of mind. It's not really like what you wear, it's just kind of like how you act and how you approach things. And like,
now here's the thing, if you'd have said that as a fucking teenager, you'd have sounded like the most conceited son of a bitch. You'd have sounded so like, okay kid, go back to reading your fucking Johnny the Homicidal Maniac comic, okay? Hot tub, exactly. I know, and I had the luxury of having a girlfriend who had the complete Squee collection.
Seeing that on Hot Topic a long time ago. Back when like Hot Topic was still cool and like somewhat unapproachable for some people.
I've got like 5 buttons on my coat, and I think I've all got them from your Hot Topic.
Oh my god, I've been seeing a meme lately that's like, we had memes before there were memes, and it's like a picture of fucking Happy Bunny.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh.
What was the name of that Newgrounds squirrel with the hot goth roommate?
Oh, Foamy.
Foamy, yeah. You remember when people tried to start a religion around him?
Oh my god. People started religion around anything. Jared Leto.
Oh my god, speaking of devil, Jeff, hold on, wrong one. Jeff, do you know who Jeff Holiday is?
I don't think so, because I live under a rock, apparently.
Okay, so the best way to describe Jeff is that we are pseudo-affiliated with him. We tried to get him on the show once. It was a disaster. I don't want to get into it. But his major claim to fame was he went on
I remember that.
What, me being not able to get him on?
Yes, I remember, not... Anyway,
now you have a picture. He's he was on Dr. Phil. He was on Dr. Phil twice, and since then he's been growing in size here and there. He dressed up as like a fake chiropractor to go to like a massive convention last year to kind of like be like the spy underneath to like record them for all this crazy shit. Here he is on Dr. Phil doing the whole. Actually, I won't. I'll skip ahead like crazy because that's not Jillian Stein. I keep thinking her name is Jillian Stein, but it's not. Jillian Epperly.
Would you infiltrate chiropractors?
Oh, because they had a massive convention. A lot of them are anti-vaxxer, and most of them are also like QAnon. And like he was all confirmed. He recorded, he recorded so much of it. Like they had massive meetings where they're talking about how I was on the phone last week with President Trump, and he's sick of these elitists in charge telling us what we can and we cannot give to the American public. Like,
that's definitely not true, and okay then.
Yes, this is the shit he's fighting. But recently,
a debunker.
He is very much so. Jeff has some crazy ass stories on Dr. Phil. There he is there. But waterfalls, oh my god, without any I'm not going to give you any context to that except this.
There's no context, it's just
No, except to say, oh my god. But Jeff recently came up with an idea that he's actually put into practice. He applied and was granted a church. He is now officially the head of scientism.
My name is Jeff Holiday, and if you're watching this video, you're wondering, what is Scientarianism? Scientarianism is a new religion, one that focuses, instead of belief in a deity, on empiricism, on testing, on evidence, on logic, and using our brains. It's all about the scientific method. It's all about making the world a better place.
Hey,
Have you ever heard...
Just a second? So, I don't want to like cut everything short. I am gonna probably go fairly soon because like my dinner's gonna be ready and everything. Steve's been cooking in the background because he's awesome. So like I can come back, but I'm also gonna be spending the evening with him after that. So.
Oh well, actually, I've been going longer than I really planned, so we can wrap it up after this.
Okay. Well, we should save the unless you do it with somebody else.
The puppets.
We should do the puppet thing. Because like
okay, I can put it. Actually, I have a question for you. Remember, I want you on drink minimum for March.
Yeah.
How about we make it February?
Okay.
Okay, so sometime in February, we probably a Wednesday of the next 3 weeks.
Seems like it'll work better for me probably. Let's see. Yeah, as long as it's like earlier in the next few weeks probably because like Steve's schedule is going to be changing too, so like I won't be necessarily available in the evenings on Wednesday. We're going to be changing our D&D.
That's cool. Then we can talk about this after.
We'll find it.
I can give you a shout tomorrow. I've been up since 6, and it's past midnight now. So I think once I'm done, I think I'll just crawl into bed. So yeah, it works out great that you have to leave anyway. But yeah, look. So as you can see here, Jeff has made a religion. It's basically a fuck you to all the super churches and people like this.
Something like this.
Right now, I want you, and there's someone that God is speaking to click on that donation button by minimizing the screen. And when you do, to sow $1,144. It's not often I ask very specifically, but God has instructed me, and I want you to hear this isn't for everyone, but this is for...
We need a anti-gravity laser so we can better spread the word of Christ.
Someone. When you sow that $1,144 based on John chapter 11, verse 44, I believe for resurrection life.
Here at the Church of Scientarianism, we are in direct opposition to these kinds of concepts. And unlike a bunch of hollow promises made by planting seeds, every dollar that goes into Scientarianism is intended and designed to help community outreach, increase...
Yeah, I think he has this custom. Like, I think he had this all made. And by the way, if I'm right, he's doing this in a church grounds.
Awesome. Yeah. Science communication.
But here's the thing, like, you can join Scientarianism and you can still be religious. It's literally
it's just like the church's logic, basically, right?
Yeah, it's like I think he goes through his I think he shows his 5 tenets. Let's go through it.
I feel like you could do that. Like I'm not.
Scientarianism. Knowledge is the key to humanity lifting itself up from a simple animal, and it will be the key to our future.
Dude, I hate to say it, but like you could even like take as like a parting thought. You could even take like the Catholic Church, for example. They have a division that studies aliens.
They do indeed.
Apparently, they agree that knowledge is the best way to
would completely raise questions about the whole idea of the Bible.
There's a lot of questions anyway, but like that's a whole other topic that would take like hours. But anyway, I'm saying, like he's not totally like off track necessarily.
No, this has been a thing he's been gestating in his mind for years now, and he's only recently made it.
Many people would probably agree with him.
I mean, look what he's saying here. Evidence, testing, and reason are our best tools. These are the tenets of his faith. And it's 100% true. Like, no religious person should have any problem with any of these. If they all come up constantly in your favor, then what's the problem with other people doing it too?
Right? Exactly.
Curiosity benefits everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be afraid to ask questions.
Scientarianism requires empathy and patience, particularly towards people who are anti-Scientarianism.
That makes sense. I mean, it's a good approach anyway. Like, just you should be patient with people in the first place. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's basically just taking what they do and turn it against themselves, and it's great because religious people don't get it. I've seen him respond to tweets that are like, "Oh, your religion is just a tax scheme." Really? I wonder what other religions have been tax schemes in the past. Let's go through them. And they're like, "No, that's different." Why? Because they're religions, so they're exempt from taxes. No, he's doing, ironically enough, for an atheist saying it to another atheist who's doing this to say, fuck you, organized religion, he's doing God's work.
Sure.
No, I fucking love that. But no, it's been fun.
We will schedule a time because this was kind of on a whim, and we will have more time when we schedule it. So.
Yeah, no, I'm never feel afraid to pop in and say, hey, can we A, B, C, D? I mean, all I can say is no, right? So,
you don't have time.
Yeah, or even mood. But like that's the great thing about being your own boss. I can be like, nah. Nah.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, it has been fun. I do apologize, guys, for the fuck up, but I am very surprised the stream kept on going. That was a nice little. I didn't have to do a part 2 because that means that I've had to set up the whole thumbnail and everything. We will be back on Friday, so technically for me tomorrow, with Bearded Ramblings, episode 21. We will be joined by Lord Magicus himself, or as we call him, Lord Jamarcus. No, sorry, Shitshow call him Lord Jamarcus. I call him Lord O. Marcus. And it's a regional thing. He kind of becomes whoever takes over him. And Keto, who's going to be joining us, which is a surprise, but I'm very happy for. And next gaming stream will be on Monday, unless my mood takes me over the weekend, in which case watch this space. You'll know when it happens. Also, don't forget that you guys are now owed 1 riff. So if you have a suggestion for a riff, toss it in the suggestion box in our Discord. Do join our Discord by clicking on the link down below. It is very busy. You yourself, Elf King, have been the terror of the debate chats.
Aw, thank you.
That's what I built it for you. Never say I'm not grateful.
It's fun.
I'm happy you enjoy it. Like I seldom can contribute much because I'm normally a listener and a processor, and I can't always process my words.
It's fine.
But when I do, I'll not hide it from anyone. I never do. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter. You'll find a link down there too. And if you want to throw a few dollars more, you know where to find it. It's called Streamlabs. And I will, if you do it while I'm offline, I will read it. With that said, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week. And remember, when you have a thing, you do the place. And Trump